This video is fair use under Section 107 of Copyright Act 1976. Now let the chaos begin.
Gorgeous night. I should be in my backyard, sitting in my backyard right now. By my fire pit. Jamming to some music. Blazing a fat one. But no. What am I doing on this Friday night? What am I doing on this beautiful summer night on Friday? I am sitting here in front of a fucking computer. And class, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means, class? That means that Professor Kush is pissed off. And there's a 40% chance of rain tomorrow. And let me put it to you this way. Y'all better be praying it doesn't fucking rain in New England tomorrow. Because if it does, I will do a follow-up stream to this. And I will rain even more hellfire and damnation of a nuclear kind on all of you. I'm doing this more or less as a favor for Bullets for Teeth and Manwatopia. I've actually had the past couple of days. Actually, I'm going to take a quick swig of my Earl Grey tea here. Oh yeah, that is strong the way I like it. That is strong. Alrighty, so, as I was saying, in the past couple days off, I want to say as well, in addition to that, prior to that, this past week, I just closed, while you clowns, while you fucking retards were flicking each other's beans, claiming some victory of some kind, I was out there in the real world, stacking real paper. I closed a very nice business deal, a nice business contract. I'm not going to get into any numbers, details. That's none of your fucking business. But it's a very nice contract. I landed earlier this week, so I was celebrating a little bit with some vacation. This has disrupted my vacation, my celebration. Again, I'm not mad at Bullets. I'm not mad at Manwatopia. Quite the opposite. No. But the rest of you, on the other hand, buckle up. Buckle the fuck up. Now, I suggest that you have your seats fully upright, your seatbelts fully extended, fastened tightly, tray tables up and stowed. All that bullshit. Oh, God. Oh, the fires of Odin. Just please. Hold it together. Hold it together. Kush. Oh. But yeah, while you were stroking each other's egos, sitting on each other's moral high fucking horses, flicking each other's beans, simping, cucking, doing whatever it is you do in your fucking petting zoos, claiming some big victory, I was out there doing shit in the real world. I mean, and making myself richer in the process. I mean, you gotta understand, man. This is where my priorities lay. There's a reason why. I don't spend time on this shit. It pains me that I even have to come on here and do this. Ugh, you fucking idiots. You don't understand. I'm pissed off, and you have my attention. That's a bad combination. All right, so again, I'm not making any apologies for any videos that were posted. No, we're way no. That ship sailed. That ship has sailed. No, we're not making any more apologies for nothing. Especially what I've seen, and there's a reason why. Like I said, I had to walk away for a bit. My stream before I left, I walked away. I had to walk away, and I had to do this for a reason. I had to reflect. And reflect I did. And I need to give props to Bullets for Teeth for being clairvoyant and seeing through the fuckery, seeing through the bullshit. I owe him a debt of gratitude for that, absolutely. He's one of the few. And I will say that Manwatopia is wise beyond his years. He's probably the only Gen Z person I know with a Generation X thinking. He thinks like a Gen X person. So I'll get into it here. First of all, I think first of all we need to talk about our friend here, Incelx. So just present this first, just to remind everybody where I stand on gatekeeping. Just want to remind everybody too. You realize MGTOW is. I want to explain this. MGTOW is. MGTOW, for all those who don't know, is men going their own way. It is a lifestyle. It is a philosophy. And a true MGTOW like myself, or Bullets for Teeth, or Manlitopia here is very rare. Very rare. You get a lot of LARPers in this community. Very much like the one I'm going to discuss here. Who earned this card? Incelx. I know this isn't really your face, whatever. I don't care. But you earned it nonetheless. You have earned your simp card. Thanks to Bullets for Teeth. He minted this minted this little simp card for you. So for all you bitches in the mean girls, mean boomer community who may be listening to this, if you can please let that little cuck know that I'm talking about him, please let me know. Please let him know. Please do me a favor and let me know. Thanks. Some of you bitches who he simps for, I know, are probably watching this and probably even restreaming it because I have my chat in YouTube turned off. Oh, ain't that a bitch? I find chat to be a distraction. So, Incelx, much like Bullets, I'm going to make an example out of you. You are an example of the anti-MGTOW, in my opinion. You did something that is just so against bro code, in my opinion. In general, you stabbed another man in the back for a thought, dude. That is so fucking weak. I mean, seriously, nickel for every time. That is so fucking weak. But I gotta say, I have to say, I saw some warning signs. You know, and I find that not only are true MGTOW very rare, but I think a true black pill is even more rare. And one of the very few true black pill out there is Top Dollar Black Pill Gangsta. He's one of the few. There are a lot of people like this guy, this Incelx, cock, simp, white knight. You did something that I just. This is the one thing I cannot stand, is white knighting. You white knighted. And that is, to me, that is the biggest bitch move. That is one of the biggest man bitch moves in the book, man. White knighting. I cannot stand that shit. That is why we are here. That is why we are on the verge of the Great Re. Absolutely fucking little backstabbing cucks like you. But I will begin, class. So here were the warning signs that I saw that this guy might be a simp. First red flag I saw. This guy sent a person by the name of the head of the main boomers. Her name is, I call her Pigolina, Nicolina, the Beast, Satan. Comes a lot of names, like many demons. They have many names, many aliases. Oh yes. But he sent this Pigolina flowers. I think maybe just before or around Christmas time, I want to say. This simp sent her flowers. Pigolina is surprisingly, shit. This is fucking bait not working. There we go. So, hello. He sent this married woman flowers. Big red flag, in my opinion. Why are you sending a married woman flowers? I'm MGTOW. I've never sent a fucking married woman anything. You know, that's just. I mean, you're contributing to degeneracy on the in the simp industrial complex. You're contributing to that debauchery, that fuckery. That was a huge red flag for me. Why are you engaging in shit like that? A married woman, and a married woman like that. Like, God damn. man, I just simps don't simp. It's just I don't know what to say about that. You know, Lazarus is right, man. Most men just do not have what it takes, cannot hack it, do not have the discipline. Second red flag that I saw. You were in her Discord. You were in her witches coven, their Bruja server. But what are you doing in a fucking server with a bunch of Bruja thoughts, man? Again, just another huge red flag. I mean, simpy ass behavior, and just this cocky, simpy behavior. And he's like, oh, yeah, you know, she runs it like North Korea. What the fuck are you doing there in the first place? I think I even directly asked you about that. What the fuck were you doing in there? You gave me some bullshit answer. Let's do something here. Shit running in the background here. All right. You gave me some bullshit answer about that. All right. And then I see another red flag. I see you're simping for yet another married woman. A woman by the name of Vegas Barbie. Also a married woman. And yeah, I see you simping for this woman. See you in chat simping for her. And then the final straw and the last, and this one was more than the backbreaker, I will say. You're white knighting for this this Don't Blame Katie post-wall thought. I mean, you're out there, you're yelling out there, she's the love of my life. She's the love of my life, Katie. She's the love of my life. What a fucking simp, dude. God damn. It's just, class, this is an important thing to understand about MGTOW philosophy. And what this guy has, he has a very severe case of POV, pussy on the brain. It is as toxic. It is as toxic. It is as addictive. It is as overpowering as alcohol or opiates. I mean, when a guy's got POV, pussy on the brain, man, you're not you. It's like when alcohol. When you're under the influence of alcohol, you are not you. You transform. You morph into a different person. I'm saying this as a person who's been sober for 6 years now. Fuck, has it been that long? Yes, 6 years. You transform into a different person. I mean, it's this uncontrollable white knighting for Katie, and you're telling Manlatopia not to, because he apparently Manlatopia inadvertently tagged Don't Blame Katie because he thought she was one of the Bruja witch mean boomer thoughts. So I guess he tagged her on one of those Russian syphilis posts. And you were all pissed off about that. She didn't even care. Katie's a big girl. She's a big, strong, and independent female. She can take the fuck care of herself. God, what a simp. Custom made for Incelx. Yours truly, the simp card. What would Top Dollar Gigs say he's a fucking sellout? I'm not necessarily here to speak for anybody, but I'm sure if Top Dollar were here, he'd be saying that guy's the biggest fucking sellout pussy you've ever seen. Fucking sellout, black pill my ass. Fuck do you know about black pill? Oh my God. I gotta cool my jets here just a little bit. Oh, and you were just waiting for the opportunity, weren't you? You latched onto that video that Manlatopia and that posted. You used that as your excuse because you somehow thought that might hurt Katie's fifis. You were all worried that might hurt Katie's fifis, right? I don't give a fuck about Katie. That's what true MGTOW philosophy says. I don't give a fuck about Katie. I don't give a fuck about Pigolina. I don't give a fuck about any of those bitches. I said no to that shit years ago, decades ago. Watch that. I watched that video of Kate. Don't Blame Katie. I watched a couple of minutes of it. You fiddle farting around with that stupid curling iron. Wonder you didn't burn your fucking scalp. I can tell already. I can tell your fucking bathroom has more reagents in it than our fucking R&D lab that we test our equipment with for our customers. We're fucking required by law to keep fewer reagents than you have in your fucking bathroom. I shit you not. Because you, my friend, Incelx, you are a cipher. You went full cipher, man. You could not resist that fake steak. You couldn't resist the fake fucking steak, man. You ciphered the fuck out. But I tend to think, the more I reflect on it, I think you were just full of shit the whole time. Like 95%, I would say, 95+% of what you hear here on YouTube is people who are just stunningly full of shit. No, and I see that Ernie Shell faggot is streaming. Bring me money or don't come in. That's the title of the stream from Ernie Shell. Bring me money or don't come in. You're that fucking desperate, man? What a fucking grub. What a fucking scrub. You gotta be kidding me. The timing on this, you can't make this up. What a fucking grub. Bring me money or don't come in. That's my answer. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You've got to be kidding me. Fucking grubbing for money. That's the title of your fucking stream. Bring money or don't come in? My God. I'd have thought you had some more cojones than that. I thought you had a little more stuff to you than that. What the fuck, man? You gotta be kidding me. You're sitting over there on your moral high horse. I'm a private investigator. Show me the receipt, buddy. Show me your fucking receipts. I mean, I want to see receipts for this shit. You claim this, you're this wonderful dude. Show me receipts. I bring receipts. Epic POV. I'm telling you, that's one of the worst cases I've seen in a long time. And I remember as well when you roasted Unwanted Contriver for being Simp of the Month. I remember you called him Simp of the Month. Okay? And let me be clear, I agree. He simps uncontrollably for that good mother thought. Absolutely he does. And I've called him out on that before too. He simps uncontrollably. And he is not true MGTOW in my opinion. He is, and this is where I diverge with bullets for teeth. He is MRA. Unwanted Contriver is an MRA through and through. I mean, he's out there with the picket signs. He thinks he can, he thinks he wants to, he values women's opinions, and I really don't. Again, another important part, I need to inject this part. MGTOW is not misogynistic. We are not misogynists. I just don't care. I don't need female validation. And that's what pisses you off even more. That's what scares you even more. I know it does. I can hear I can tell in your defensive responses, whenever you give those defensive responses, like, hey, you can't get laid. You can't get laid. That's the only thing you can defer to. And that's the problem with modern women. That's the only thing you think that brings value. We come up with things like the SIM card. Simp of the Month here, Incelx. This is a thing. We talk about this. There is no, it's like when a person is drunk. You cannot rationalize with a drunk person. You watch these police body cam videos and they crack me up. These cops trying to, deal with these drunk people. I don't know how they, I have my opinions about the police, but I also understand their job. I don't know how they do it without stomping half these people's fucking heads in. But my point is, a drunk person, you cannot rationalize. You cannot reason with a drunk person. And it's very similar to a man with pussy on the brain. You cannot rationalize with Incelx when he's, got Katie's pussy on the brain. I mean, he has full bore got that on his brain. I mean, he's every single stream he's done in the past, God, I want to say past 2 months. He's said to Katie, the love of my life, Katie, the love of my life, Katie. I'm serious. I thought I was going to fucking throw up.